Hi everyone, this is Sharjeel. Welcome back to Manzil Bound. Today with us we have Musa. Musa is going to walk us through his immigration journey and his experiences in the US. So, Musa, why don't you go ahead and briefly introduce yourself to the audience?
Hello, everybody. My name is Musa. I am a senior mechanical engineer in a semiconductor company. Um, my background is in mechanical engineering, so I did that in my undergrad all the way through grad school to get my doctorate degree, and I did that in Illinois, and then recently moved to Arizona for this job.
Nice, awesome. So, Musa, where you're from Egypt originally?
Yeah, I was born in Egypt, but I did not grow up there. As soon as I was born, they shipped me to UAE. So I lived in Abu Dhabi for a very good period of my life and moved to Egypt for undergrad before coming to the States.
Nice. So, in Egypt, how was your undergrad experiences like, and why did you choose mechanical engineering?
So the thought, the choice of mechanical engineering was not very thorough. I just said I will check an engineering degree that I might like. I know my dad is a mechanical engineer, so I asked him if I should become a mechanical engineer, and he told me no. So I became a mechanical engineer, and I got in, and I liked it. So
Nice.
I didn't really have a and I envy the people who had like an idea of what kind of engineering they wanted. I know I wanted to do engineering, but I didn't know
Yeah,
what flavor of engineering
same.
to be specific. So yeah, and I feel like a lot of people are like that.
Yeah.
I wanted to do something more hands-on. Later, I've learned that that's not necessarily mechanical engineering either. Like you could be a mechanical engineer and be in a cube the entire day.
Yeah.
So that's how it came about. But my experience in undergrad in Egypt, it was really, I would say it's one of the most memorable experiences I've had. It was very stringent in terms of academic preparation. But it was also fun in the sense that we had a lot of student organizations that basically enhances these soft skills that would really pay you dividends really in the future, especially in jobs where I think it's very important to not just be technically adept, but also have the soft skills to complement it.
Good, good, nice. So then how did you decided that you want to pursue your higher education in the US?
So last year I focused a lot on strengthening my resume from a research perspective. I
Mm-hmm.
applied, got a bunch of offers, and now I'm here.
Good, good, awesome. So let's say when you decided that you want to go to the US and you figured out a school in the US, what was the first thing you have to do? Let's say you have a college admissions offer, right? What do you do then? What did you do?
So um, I would say like a PhD. So there's a difference between master's and PhD. I think a master's, you look at the university, look at the program, you see what courses you take, or if you're like excited for a specific culture within that university community. Um, but for PhD, it's quite different because it depends a lot on the professor.
Mm-hmm.
When you um, sign up for a university, you're really signing up for a certain
Mm-hmm.
professor, and that's like your significant other for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
So it's a very big decision. So for me, when I got the so for me when I was targeting universities, I was actually targeting professors and I was targeting research
Mm-hmm.
topics. And you get accepted in that university, and you're like, great. Now I'm gonna see the professors that I am interested in, and
Mm-hmm.
see if they have funding.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
when was this, by the way? This was back in pre-COVID era?
28 pre-COVID era. Yeah, like I
Mm-hmm.
applied in the 2017. I graduated in 2018. So
Okay.
yeah,
It's been
it's
a
been a
minute.
minute. Yeah,
Yeah,
yep, yep.
okay. Good. So let's say now you've got the visa, right? And you're traveling. Any suggestions when you're making travel arrangements, anything to look for our audience when they're traveling internationally as a student and coming to the States?
Um, I would. I mean, for me, the way that I handled it was to try to find a community over there. So,
Mm-hmm.
for me, for example, having an ethnically Egyptian background, my
Mm-hmm.
strategy was to try to see if there's like an Egyptian association over there that can
Mm-hmm.
help me out. If not, I try to reach out to the mechanical department. Usually, every department would have their grad student
Mm-hmm.
association, and because we're all in this together, people tend to help a lot.
Okay.
So I wouldn't say, yeah, like I know a lot of people tend to be hesitant about reaching out for help, but you reach out for help, you ask them what accommodations, what places are good to accommodate in. um, Stuff like, if you're not funded, how much money do I need to
Mm-hmm.
start off? If you're yeah. So I would say the biggest important thing to do is to try to identify a person that can help you from there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the bottom line is reach out, ask people for help, and people are more than
Mhm.
willing to help. Okay, good. So now let's say you've come to the US and right, you're pursuing your higher education, and now you've completed your higher education or you're almost there, right? Now, what's the
Mhm.
process like? Let's say if you want to stay in the US and you want to get a job, how do you legally get a job, right? What's the visa requirements? Do you know?
So the if you're an if you're if you graduated from university in the US, you are allowed to work through OPT. That gives you a year, and depending on if you are in the STEM field or not, you can get an
Mm-hmm.
extension. The OPT, I remember, um, there was a lot of stringent requirements in time in terms of timing. So you have a window that you should apply for the OPT in, and also after that window, when you get your OPT, you have a certain number of unemployment days that you need to find a job in. So you have to be very cognizant of all of that because it's
Okay.
very time sensitive,
Nice.
and if you miss the window, you miss it.
I
There
see.
is
So
no.
that window starts like towards the last semester.
Yeah, yeah. If I remember, it's like 30 to 90 days. They wanted you to apply 30 to 90 days before you graduate, or something along
Hmm.
those lines.
I
It's been
see.
a minute as well. Yeah.
Hmm. So how was like the process of application like? Was it pretty straightforward? Was there a lot of documents and forms?
Yeah, there are forms. I didn't find it to be quite difficult. No, honestly, like I think the U.S. does a very good job in like streamlining the process.
Okay.
So it's just a matter of waiting. That
Mm-hmm.
can be a little bit nerve-wracking, I guess, for students. But in terms of like applying,
Mm-hmm.
it's very streamlined, and you find a lot of resources.
Okay.
And the department helps you a lot. So I didn't face a situation where like I'm stumped on how to
Mm-hmm.
apply, for example.
Okay. I see. And then let's say if it's taking too long in the interim, is there like a special visa that you're on or you're still on OPT?
So I was on OPT, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Good. I think that's good. I mean, if you have any, suggestions to the audience or somebody, let's say, is from Egypt and is looking to come to the US for higher education based on your experiences, any tips and tricks that you want to share with the audience, especially from Egypt?
I think um, a lot of people sometimes get scared from the idea of going to a new country. I will say that the academic training in Egypt is very well adept for you to do very well in the States. I haven't seen any Egyptian who came to the States and felt like they were lagging behind.
Good.
The education level is similar. I would say the good part about the States that it has more resources, so you get more hands-on experience that you might not initially get from Egypt, depending on your track. Um, I would say if you're always unsure, there is no harm in going for it. That's the mentality that I went into it, and I'm glad I did. It's always good to have options for you, and it's also very important to know where you want to see your career going, because doing a PhD, there's more time investment, and
Mm-hmm.
you need to focus more on research. You need to have that mindset early, compared to like a master's where it's you just apply. It doesn't matter what kind of, it doesn't matter how much in-depth research you have. So try to figure out, I would say, early on, um, what you want to do with your next 5 years of your life. And the best way to really I would say the best way to really go about this is find somebody that you look up to their career, and see what they've done.
Sure.
They really need to. Did they do, like, did they do their PhD? Did they do their masters to begin with?
Mm-hmm.
And talk to them. People more often than not would really like to share their experiences, and I think that would pay dividends in the future.
Got it. Awesome. Thank you, Musa. Thank you. Really appreciate your time and really appreciate you sharing your experiences to our audience who are from Egypt.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, of course. And for people who are listening to us, if you need more like step-by-step guidance, I'll drop down a link for Rahwana, which is a website that basically helps you navigate this immigration process. Well, thank you, everyone.